see, A, we're not live, B, this is recorded, and C, I'm alone because Greg is off being successful, doing what he does, which he's really good at, which is finish contracting. So he got contracted out and he had to travel for work this week, so I'm here alone. But you know what that means? When he does get back into town, you might want to schedule your finished contract work with him ahead of time because he is a busy man. You might not be on the top of the list, so schedule with him ahead of time. All right, so what are we talking about today? Today we're going to go back a little bit back into exercise instruction and helping you as an athlete, as someone who wants to get in better shape yourself, and or potentially someone who's a parent helping their kid get better, or a coach helping your team get better. All right, so we're going over hurdles today. As you can see, I have the hurdles out. Now, hurdles are great for conditioning. They're really good for footwork. However, they're very, very good for increasing your frustration, especially as you kick the hurdles. Okay, so I'm going to show you what a lot of people do. So a lot of people start with the hurdles, and yes, I'm going very slow on purpose. Boom, boom, boom. They kick the hurdle, then we have to start over again. You gotta play it up. You gotta get the hurdle just right. Up, this one's just off. So I'm gonna go again. Then, okay. So can become very frustrated. All right. So the reason, or the main reason why that becomes frustrating is we don't necessarily understand or comprehend in our brain how to coordinate normal walking movement or running with what hurdles are, which is more about high knees. So what we do is we just try to get our foot over the hurdle as if we're walking or running, but that's not what the drill is intended for. The drill is for short, choppy, high knee steps, which we don't necessarily run like. So it is more for conditioning than it is for sprint work training. All right, so what a lot of people go wrong is they try to get their foot over the hurdle as fast as they can. So when we do that, we tend to clip it with our toe, okay? And that's because we're doing it wrong. It's not about getting your toe up and over. It's about getting high knees up and over, okay? So it's about getting knees, all right? So instead of trying to get your toe or your feet over, try to bring your knee up, which is a more natural movement for trying to clear the hurdle. Not bending your foot up and over. This is where most people go wrong, and they tend to clip with this foot because we're worried about this foot and that hurdle, so we just want to do that. As we get ahead of ourselves, we tend to clip it. Okay? Same thing goes on with box jumps, which I'll explain real quick. Box jumps we tend to hit as we're coming up because we're worried about our feet hitting. Our knees getting up, and so we tend to clip with our toe because we don't account for being down with our toes as we go. So, hurdle lesson. Get your knees up. It is much easier. You notice when I did high knees, I did not hit any hurdles. Yeah, it might see me wince a little bit. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of knee issues. Don't get old, okay? And also don't tear your ACLs when you're playing football in college. Knees a little wonky right now. Not very happy with me. What are you gonna do? So, but as you can see, I'm still doing it. Hurdles. Get your knees up. Focus on bringing your high knees versus getting your foot up and over. It becomes much easier and you'll be happier with your success, because the hardest thing about football is that's where I used to use these. The hardest thing about fitness is the frustrations that happen when you're not necessarily good at something. And when you're not necessarily good at something, the frustration grows, and then we don't want to do it anymore. Fitness, hurdles, many things in life become very easy if we're actually practiced or experienced, or more so understanding of the mechanics and dynamics. And a lot of times coaches do a poor job of understanding or explaining the dynamics of it and what you should be doing, and then just say, here's what you're doing, okay? Go do it, here you go. Possibly because they don't necessarily understand the dynamics. And hurdles are one of those drills, where they just say, here, go do it. Oh, you can't do it? Well, I don't know what to do after that. So this will help you. Now you know the dynamics and the understanding of how to, so now you can apply the when to, or the where to, or the how to, or the have to. All right, that is all I have for today. That is our quick little hurdle tutorial. Hopefully this information helps you guys out. If it does, leave a like or a comment below. Share with your friends, and if you are a coach, you're welcome, I guess. All right, thank you.